me to do it?
Yeah, you go.
Welcome back, everybody, to Pokes and Jokes podcast. I'm here with my confidant, Jen.
Hello.
Nolan, and I'm very excited to announce our first official guest of the season.
Yeah.
She's going to be a regular guest kind of thing. Let's start again.
I got this. Shall I do it?
Shut the fuck up, bro. Hey guys, and welcome back to Pokes and Jokes podcast. I'm here with my girl Jen Nolan.
Hello.
And I'm very excited to introduce our... You put me off now. I was all bigged up and I was ready to go. Right,
You got this.
Hey guys, and welcome to the Pokes and Jokes podcast. I'm here with my girl Jen Nolan.
Hello.
And I'm also very excited to introduce to you Emily Malice, our first official guest of season 2. Welcome, babe.
Hiya.
Hiya, love.
So we are super excited to have you on the show.
I'm excited.
And I know that there's going to be a lot of people out there as well. We've probably got their jaws on the floor right now. But yeah, a lot of people are going to be very excited to see this. Yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to it. But thanks for coming down. We appreciate you. How you been?
I've been good.
Yeah?
Been an eventful week.
Yeah?
Nice to come here and hang out with the dogs and you guys and
Chill
nice
out.
tea.
Yeah. Oh yes, fresh mint tea from my garden, darling.
Get out of the rat race for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you left London for a while, didn't you? And then you've just recently gone back.
Yeah.
Where did you
I
go?
think I might go again.
Oh, really? Where did you move to?
I had a year out after I had my own place because turns out having a tattoo shop's quite difficult and expensive.
You opened a tattoo studio in probably one of the most intense times to do it because it was like it was a few years after COVID initially started. And it was just a crazy time of the world anyway.
Extremely, and I was like, the perfect time to add more stress. And
Let's open my own studio.
Yeah. But you learned a lot from having your own studio. And the year that you had it, you had it, right? 2 years?
3.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Time is an illusion.
Yeah.
But the time that you had it, it was very successful. So you should be very proud of yourself.
Yeah, it was fun. Learned a lot.
Yeah.
Never again.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm like, I learned so much.
Yeah. This was like such a good idea at the time. It's like, it's gonna be so different. It's gonna be like better than anything else. And you're like,
oh, that's why things are the way they are. Yeah.
Now we know.
Yeah.
Running a business is crazy, and I think we've tattooed for a really, really long time, but having a studio and being a tattooer in a studio is like 2 different things. And I don't think either of us at the times we opened our shop really understood that, because I don't think you do.
You don't know until you've done it.
Yeah. Like, what's the best that can happen?
Yeah. Well, I feel like we had this kind of, both of us had this utopian dream for our shops, you know. It's like, we're just going to have everyone get along.
Yeah. And everybody will be like a big hangout. And
And then it becomes that and you're like, oh, but fuck, I'm the boss and I need to pay the bills.
Yeah, and I'm not making any money.
You're not getting the VAT bill. I am.
No, business rates.
Our business rates are fucker.
And we're just like, eccentric creatives at the end of the day.
I should not be having it then.
That's it. But like I think me and you are quite similar. We have like a hustle, and same with you, Jem. We all share that hustling mentality, which I know we talked about in the last one. But it's like, it's easy to make money and when you've got that hustler's mentality, but to run a business is like, it's not just about making money, it's about everyone getting along, it's about having the system working well, and like, and everything has to kind of work as this like hive, and you're only as strong as your weakest link as well, which is, How did you find that when you opened a studio? Like, because one of the biggest things for me was like juggling the kind of like the shop politics, if you like, and like having to, essentially like make everyone happy and
but still make it like feasible to have a business and make money.
And they can be contradictory sometimes. How was it like managing people? Because that's the first time you had to do that,
I think
right?
for me, like, because I'm such a people pleaser, I was like, we'll just do this, like, get there. And I'm like, and then I guess when people or things didn't go exactly how I thought it would, I would get annoyed. Why is this? And like, it's just unrealistic, because people have their own autonomy and their own decisions. And like, I have unrealistic expectations. A lot of the time I just like, I did all this, and then of course it's meant to work out. So I think it's just learning that it doesn't always go my way.
Yeah.
But do you think that as well, like, because I found it hard sometimes when people who didn't have a kind of more traditional upbringing in tattooing.
Yes.
That's when it really...
Yes.
Because, like, I feel like a lot of the newer tattooers have these expectations which aren't really, like, the reality. Yeah, it's not really the reality, yeah. And, like, the way that we got checked when we were coming up, it's like, if you do that now, then, like, yeah, you know, they'll be, like, calling events on you.
Yeah, you get cancelled,
exactly.
yeah.
Like, not saying that it's right to do that, but you learn respect, you learn sort of, like, discipline and sacrifice, and just how lucky you were to be in that position, instead of someone being like, oh, pay $8,000 or however much these
fucking tattoo courses. Yeah,
however much they are, like, just, and then they're like, well, I know everything now, and I'm going to, you know, I can just do anything. Like,
that's a real topic in the industry at the moment, isn't it? These tattoo courses.
Yeah, it's very
like,
contentious.
It's dangerous.
It is dangerous, and we're seeing now that it's been in place like long enough where people have actually been consistently, like, you know, having tattoo schools. There's a lot of people who have gone to these tattoo schools, done their 2-week course, paid their $8,000, and then gone out and absolutely fucking destroyed somebody's skin.
And got some arms. Like the infections.
But it's also just not even, not being able to actually get work, like, because that's not tattooing really, is it? You can't learn tattooing in 2 weeks. It's something that, I mean, I don't know if you're never going to be completely like a complete tattooer. You always can learn something,
100%.
but you need to like be in the environment on the ground, and like you do, like I think with anything, you know, you got to pay your dues a little bit before you get to the good bit.
Well,
like
comedy's exactly the same. You've got to do it over and over.
You've got to go to the open mics where you're performing to 5 people, and you've got to eat shit. You do have to eat shit, so then you could like learn it, and then when it's good, you actually appreciate, okay, cool, I've worked my ass off, now things are finally starting to pay off. But if you just give someone $8,000 and then go, oh, I'm a tattooer, I feel like you don't relish it as much as you would if you've worked for it, you know?
Yeah, and I just think, like, it's just respecting the industry and the people that have paved the way for you. And, like, so many people work so hard so that would, you know, that's easier for us. And, like,
especially as, like, female tattooers as well, that's a different ball game. And especially, like, for your generation, Grace has told me some fucking horror stories of how women in the industry got treated and still
Not
do,
even
you know.
women, like, we had it hard because we're women, and obviously it goes without saying we're just gonna get like the brunt.
Of course.
But like, just in general, what was going on when we were coming up in tattooing, and before that was even worse. Like, but I just feel like, if only, because things would happen to me, and I'm sure this happened to you when you had the studio, like I'd have like maybe people who hadn't been tattooing for very long or didn't have a traditional upbringing in tattooing, and they'd have certain opinions on certain things, or they get really fucking bent out of shape for something, and you're like, what the fuck?
Or they'd be like, I think it should be this way.
And you're like, you have, if you think this is unfair, I wish we could just go in a teleport machine right now, and just, you could live, you know, we could ghost to Christmas past it and see what it was actually like. Because I don't know how much you want to share, Emily, because we obviously
I think I had a slither.
Because we have to be very careful, because
of course, because people are still about.
People are still, well, one, people are still about, but two, like, people, I feel like a huge majority of people that we came up around, especially in London, and we're just going to talk about London as a whole in general. It wasn't specifically people we were just working with or whatever, but like, it was a very rogue time of tattooing, and people were acting in a way which they probably couldn't get away with nowadays. And it's
like normalised, like, just so much stuff, and you'd be like,
and then you're like, that's actually fucked. We
have to be very careful of what we say. Some stories, I'm like, I'm not going to drop names or anything like that, but like, you know who you fucking are.
I think that, it's like no names, but then it'd be like, you know.
Because some of these stories are like perfect examples of just like how it was and how normalised certain things were. Talking about being a woman, like, we'll get into that like quickly, but that in itself, like, being a young girl coming up in tattooing, like, and we came up around, like, we were very lucky, even though there was some mad shit going on in all of the corners of wherever we were. But we were very lucky. We came up under some real institutions of tattooing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, incredible.
Where I learned to body pierce in a shop under a load of like tattooers who are very like well known in the neo-traditional and Japanese scene, and you came up Into You, which was like an institution of tattooing, and also has some of the maddest characters,
which made it even better. Because it's like it's real artists, and that's the thing for me, like that's
and
why,
eccentrics.
Yeah, but it's like this, you know, like they love tattooing, they love it with all their hearts, and like just constantly working. And like just gave me such a strong work ethic, and like just to be prolific with your work, and you know, there's nothing wrong with being a little bit crazy. You know?
Well, I think you do have to like be a little bit obsessive about it. Like it's the same with comedy. Like you do, if you're gonna do something, because it's all of these things. You're a self-starter. Nobody's gonna hand it to you. No. Like, and it's all like, you know, these are competitive industries. Anything creative, if it was so easy to make a living off being creative, everyone would do it. Do you know what I mean? It's not easy to actually fulfill yourself and make money. So you do have to be a little bit about like how you're going about it, because otherwise you won't make it. There's a reason why
you became the apprentice there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also, like, you're coming up under, like you said, real artists. You have like Alex Binney, who was the father of Into You and the shop owner.
Yeah. Daddy
and
Alex.
I remember watching like old documentaries like on tattooing, and he was in them when he was really young, and he was only tattooing like the gays in Soho, and he was just like, you know, this like young, like Twinkie looking Alex. It's so cute. It's super cute.
Yeah, he didn't, and he still doesn't give a fuck.
Right.
Yeah. Was that who you did your apprenticeship with then, or?
It wasn't so much an apprenticeship. I kind of like just snuck in and kind of never left.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
but in comparison to like everyone who else who worked there, you were very young.
I was, it was like kind of a stolen apprenticeship. I kind of definitely was young in my skills.
Yeah.
And
everyone else was a couple decades older than you, though, right?
Oh yeah.
How old were you?
Apart from Matty and Mark, and everyone else, you know, they were seasoned veterans.
Yeah. How old were you when you started working there?
25.
Okay, yeah.
And that's still baby.
Yeah, of course. Your frontal lobe is not even developed fully. Yeah.
Especially because you're around all these people are older than you, and they're also masters of their craft and legends of London tattooing, and you're working in the hub of like, you know, where real London tattooing was. And we kind of have like we're all, you know, that is that 3-person rule where like you're 3 people away from
5 degrees of separation.
Yeah, exactly. Where me and you have that a lot in our careers and lives. Whereas like, so you came up Into You, and then back in the day, Nicole Lowe, before she opened Good Times, was working at Into You.
Yeah.
And then she opened Good Times, and that was the first, like, as a tattooer, that was the first credible professional shop that I ever worked in. Everywhere I worked before that was
like Bandit Town. Yeah.
Norwood and Luton.
And I get it. Yeah.
So it was like, it was an amazing accomplishment for me to work for Nicole, and and through her and becoming friends with you, I was able to experience Into You at certain degree as well, and like it was all
really fun vibes.
The shutting down party was really fun.
That was so fun.
We were just running around in assless rubber pants.
Tiny latex shorts.
They weren't even shorts, they're just assless pants. They're like
they're just
no
pants.
Like a big cutout.
What, like assless chaps?
You don't want to hide that
latex, big latex pants, like high-waisted like bikini thing. And there was a big like heart-shaped cutout there. And then it had the ribbon.
Oh, hot, nice.
At the back.
Nice.
Yeah.
But that was super fun.
Yeah.
So after Into You, that's when did we start?
Because I went to Parliament for a bit, and then you opened your own place, and I was like, yes.
Because me and you were super close, and then I got my own little place, and I was like, I'm just gonna get a place where like Emily can come and guest, and then you started doing the odd like weekend with me and things like that, and then you came and worked there full time, and it was just us in that tiny little place, and then more people started coming. Then Betty came, then Heidi. And it was like, oh, we need to house, we need a bigger house.
Yeah.
So then we got the big shot.
Yeah. That must have been crazy having to like look after that. I do not know how you did that. I would have exploded. There's so much to
I exploded well. As you know, I exploded a few times. But it honestly, like you having Scorpio Mars, you know, it's like there is these places that were such like big learning curves for us as individuals. We grew a lot as individuals.
Exactly.
Like we both grew a lot in Femme, and then you went and opened Scorpio Mars, and then you grew a lot in Scorpio Mars, and you learn what it's like to have it at the other end of the spectrum, you know. You know,
yeah.
You're like, I wish I could just come and have fun every day.
Yeah.
And you know,
No fun. No fun's allowed.
No.
It just all gets stressed.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, it's the micromanaging of everyone's relationships, and every boss has to deal with that because as the boss, you're responsible for morale, right?
Of course.
And you, as my manager back in the day at Femme as well, you understand this because you would be the one to help me try and do this, you know, when shit goes wrong, it's like, oh, let's go and sit in the cafe.
Fucking game plan,
But it's like, and the bigger the shop and the more people you have to deal with, the more morale you have to balance. And it's like
100%.
When two people's issue becomes your issue, it's like you have to deal with it, and that's the only way.
And it weighs heavy on you as well, though. Like, it's not, especially, I don't know, I think obviously in any team, like, you know, when you're owner or whatever, you got to deal with stuff, but like tattooing is so personal, and because like everybody's essentially like autonomous and in charge of their own thing, even though they're working in your shop, like they still, you know, they're in charge of their bookings, they're in charge of all of that. So it's like, it's hard to sort of manage that gap between being a boss and like, you're my friend, you're my people, but it's like,
really hard.
It's a really hard,
crossover gets real messy, and then like,
and there's no foundation like other industries have. Like there's no foundation like legally, or like there's no this, like I said so many times before, this is the fucking wild west. Like,
it is.
It's like gangland. Like each studio, you opened a studio, it's like it's Emily's way. I opened a studio,
of course,
you know what I mean? And it's like people buy into it and they become part of the cult, or they don't, and they're like, or they do for a bit, and this is where it goes really wrong. It's like they come in, and I'm sure you've had this as well, where you have people come in and work for you, and they have an expectation of you, but they don't know you because they only know you of your, they followed you,
they
you
see
as an
you
artist,
as like online presence,
but they don't know that you're a person as well.
They
with feelings.
They may come to you as well because like they feel like your morals align with theirs and things like that. And I've had this as well, where people will come and they'll be like, oh, you know, Grace neutral, blah blah blah. I like what she believes in and what she stands for. And then like when that perception of me breaks, because eventually it will.
Because I'm a person. I'm not just like this statue and like.
You're allowed to like do weird shit and say things. You're not going to be perfect all the time.
But there's
when you realise that this person is a flawed human being like everyone else.
Because like there's
people
no.
can't handle it. It can go like they have a real visceral reaction to it. It's
because I feel like people forget that it's everybody's first time here. Like in this experience of this life right now, like I'm sorry, but I've never been in this body before. I've never done this, and there's no fucking manual. And like obviously things grow and progress. So where you might have stood on one thing, maybe you had some experiences. You think, oh, actually, maybe I've changed to this or something. But it's just mad how people, that parasocial thing of people not being like, oh, this is a person who's got experiences, who like maybe thought that at one point, but I don't fucking know them. I don't know what you've been through. Like, and then it's like you say, but it can turn real nasty real quick when it's not like, oh, this isn't the Grace that I saw on Needles and Pins, and it's like, it's fucking how long ago, and I'm, you know, that's not actually me. Like,
it's an edited down version. It's just like when you follow us online, it's all like, but people can have a
preconceived idea of
and they project it onto you, and when you don't live up to that expectation, it's like especially when they work for you, they can feel like really like morally like this is unjust, but it's like, no, this is an idea of me that you've projected onto me, and you haven't got to know me.
You haven't taken the time to actually know the person underneath.
And also, I don't know, maybe it's because I have a soft voice. But people just think that I am nice.
Yeah, you are nice, but you're not a dickhead.
I'm not a dickhead.
No, you're not one to get walked over.
No, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
So
But I think people do see you as like a bit of a hippy dippy, like, you know, because you're into your crystals and your lotions and your potions, but people don't understand that, like, you can be into all of that, but also still be about the life, because you've been through some mad shit, you know.
That was one of the main reasons that because I remember the day that I did all the interviews for the assistant role.
Yeah.
And you came. Yeah. And out of everyone, like, you had everything you need. Like, you're a competent woman.
Yeah,
so like, you're going to be able to do the job.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And you're going to be good crack. Yeah. But I was like, this is the only girl that I've interviewed today, or only person I've interviewed today, that I feel could hold banter with me. Yeah. Everyone else was just a bit too, like, shy and meek, and, like, not that that's not a beautiful quality, but, like, if you're going to be able to handle working for me, like, you need a bit of a fucking
and I think that's what people don't realise about you, because everything that you've done, like, you always present as quite gentle and quite this, and you are, but I think people don't realise, like,
there's a heavy
Archbishop of Branterbury, Lord Voldemort, like,
As is this one over here. So did you ever have that with people who you work with, where they were just like, because I once had an expectation of Emily Malice, they're coming to work at your institution of tattooing, you know, and then
there's most certainly some banter and pranks going on.
There's some hijinks and japes, a bit of tomfoolery here and there.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe some questionable behaviour on my half.
I'm a real babe.
This is fine. And then I'm kind of like, maybe I should not have done that around a guest artist. You can see their eyes kind of being like,
this is my house. Yeah.
Was it like a mini interview? Was it a bit of a party place?
Yeah.
It was a beautiful mixture of my love of, you know, a place of sexual freedom.
Debauchery.
Yeah. Well, in lockdown, we had the cage downstairs and we would put boys in it. It got a bit mad because, like, a lot of my friends are dancers and all the clubs were shut, so we just made one downstairs. I mean, I couldn't fit a pole downstairs.
Oh my god, you had like an illegal
like a little prohibition fucking,
That's
oh my god,
sick. Very fun.
Yeah.
And you put the naughty boys in the cage.
Yeah, I used to spin it around. Like, I don't know, like, I just love, like, putting men in their place, especially.
Hell yeah.
I mean, like, see how many I could fit in, and we just spin it around. Like,
see how many you can fit in, you know.
Yeah, like clowns in a car.
That's true.
Like, off their nuts, kind of like.
Were they naked?
Mostly.
Scantily clad.
Yeah, because I just have loads of shit there. I just dress them up, like, you know.
Yeah, you have lots of like oddities and fetish wear and things like that.
For my own personal enjoyment, just be like, ha ha ha, great.
But look, the rings as well.
Yeah.
The match with this is really pretty.
Yeah.
I have a Regal Rose. They're our new sponsor. They're beautiful. They do silver, gold. They've got it all.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to mix it up, a bit of silver, bit of gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
my little door knockers.
You got a lovely set of knockers.
Yeah. Thank you.
They're really cute though. The little pearls.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
Thank
you very much, Regal Rose, for sponsoring us to come here and waffle in your
And
ears.
don't forget, you get 20% off with this discount code. It'll be here on the bottom of the screen. Head over to Regal Rose now. Get your discount. Get your bling bling. And make yourself feel good.
Yeah,
Throw
boy.
some glitter on it, honey. Go dance.
Oh, yes, please. Oh, that's lovely.
So me and you, we started our OnlyFans around the same time, right?
Yeah.
In like lockdown.
Yeah. Well, because we had no jobs.
Yeah.
We took our jobs.
They took our jobs.
So we had to sell pictures of our ass.
Yeah.
I'm not really good at anything else. I'm drawing of me naked.
Listen, we were talking about this on the last one. Like we ain't got qualifications. We ain't got nothing like that. You know, it's booty or nothing really. Innit? Sometimes.
Well, my first job was Subway sandwiches, which
A sandwich artist.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I didn't know what any of the meats are because I used to be vegan and very fussy with food. So I was just grey slab number 1 or grey slab number 2. So I kind of got fired from this. Made sandwiches bad, and then I was cleaner, both in a bar, and I was just and art and tattooing. That was a way of me getting an amazing job. And I skipped a huge bit. Yeah, and then I got into glamour modeling.
Okay.
Wow, if you don't mind me saying, with titties like that.
It was shame to waste these.
She's hiding today. I've seen these puppies many times, and they are
primo.
flawless.
The ass and the tits.
If you want to see, just get on her Instagram. No, not Instagram. What's it called?
OnlyFans.
But I just really love it. I love dressing up. I feel really powerful. I'm just it's just being someone else for a few hours and
you're a Scorpio queen as well.
Exactly.
So it's just it's in her.
Yeah.
It's in the stars.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just a lot of fun, really, isn't it?
Well, I only had my OnlyFans for a year, but when we had it, it was so much fun, and to be kind of doing it parallel together, it was fun coming into the shop. They she'd take pictures of my feet for me.
Sisterhood.
I have to ask because I don't know how much to sell for these things.
£100 each.
Yeah, I remember when we first got our OnlyFans, and I was at home one night, and I was thinking it through, and I was like, I'm gonna do this, but I need to work out what I'm comfortable with doing. And then no matter what amount of money,
you got to stick to that. I'm sure
this has happened to you. I've got offers before where I was
it's slippery.
I worked out
Yeah.
what I wanted to do and what I was comfortable with, and then when I had other offers coming in for ridiculous money, I was like,
I'm sure it can get, because are you quite broad in your offerings?
What do you do these days on the fans?
I'm more teaching boys how to behave these days.
Oh, that's nice.
It's mostly foot stuff. Tits. Jiggling the tits. I guess it's usually that. Every now and again I get a crazy request for something, and as long as it feels good, because I've done stuff before and I was like, that's fine, but then I feel violated. I've learned it's sometimes you got to try something and be like, that was too far.
Don't get me wrong. I definitely pushed the boundaries.
We've all, there's a lot of times sexually you come away and you think, oh, that was actually a bit much. But it's you don't know until you tried it, innit?
Also, I don't know about you, but when I was younger, I kind of hadn't learned yet that some things just should be a fantasy.
And some things are special for you and your partner or something. For me, I've learned you got to keep some stuff sacred in a relationship, because otherwise you're just letting everyone take your energy. So I've learned now what I'm that's kind of Miss Malice, that bit, and then there's Emily Alice Johnston. That's how.
And they're two different entities. Yeah, for sure. And I think that's really important.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, for me, it's really fun now. I feel like I've got a really good grasp on it. I really enjoy, the way I see it is helping people explore their sexual dynamics. Some people, it's really not easy, and they're not as comfortable in their sexualities and the stuff they want to just try, and it's a safe place to do it online. I'm not a real in real life girl, because I think that would not.
That's a different thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's amazing when people do that. I think for me personally, I think I have my power online, but I think I'm a
a bit soft in
I think
it's easy when it's just there's something in between you and like
having the internet is a nice buffer.
I feel
shut the screen.
And because I guess you do it in your house as well, so it's like you're in your space. Exactly. I've got all my gums that make me feel powerful, like you're not actually here, so I can like and
you can have control over obviously the stuff that you put on
that is it, the control, because like when you're in real life with someone, you just don't know.
So and because also if there's something that you're not feeling comfortable doing, especially if you're a people pleaser, I feel like you could easily be swayed to maybe doing a bit more okay. Will you like me? Please tell me you like me.
It's you just never know what people are going to ask for. It's never a dull moment.
What are some of the funniest requests you had on Instagram, on OnlyFans? What's wrong with you?
My favourite one. This is for you. Forgot your name, but it's like giantess stuff. So which is funny because I'm like 5'2".
Tiny.
And also because they're technically the phone, so I'm just there like, you pathetic little bitch. And I put the phone on the floor and I'm like stamping on it and like sitting on it with my bum, pushing it with my tit. And then at the end of it, he wanted me to eat him. So it was just like, I was like, damn, that's crazy. Imagine this being like, cranking the hog. Here she goes. I think that's off the top of my head. That's the one I was like, wow. I get asked to do a lot of farting, but I don't. I mean, that's a line. That's
uncouth.
That's a line.
Uncouth.
That's just the part.
That's crazy. I never got farting requests. I should have though, because I
and I also just I don't know. Imagine just being there and it's like.
And then
for sure.
But I love dressing up. I've got all my little outfits and like being sassy. Especially if some dude that day's pissed me off. I just imagine it's them.
It's a nice outlet for you to go on, especially if you're like, putting boys in their place and whipping them into shape.
Someone has to.
They're not going to whip themselves, are they?
And you know what? In a weird twist of fate, because I have a lot of people ask me like, oh, but what about with these tattooing? Like when you tattoo people in real life, like do you ever feel like you put yourself at risk, like someone creepy's going to come in, or kind of be like, but like before OnlyFans, I used to get a lot more freaks coming in and like saying really inappropriate things, and I'd just be like,
it's because they didn't have a place to go and express.
And I was just like, wow. You think this is a date?
We were talking about that because like sometimes they just want to come and sort of just look at you and like just be touched by you.
But this is no place.
I feel like me and you have very different styles, but our styles cater to more women than men generally, right? Generally, but I feel like for me with the male customers I have some serious male customers who just want to get like big work done and they like pattern work and they come to me because I'm the queen of mandalas. But then if I like probably like 30% of my male clientele, they're always like, when you're just like, you're just here because you want to
hang out.
You just want to hang out.
Like, so what was it like at Torture Garden? What happens at Torture Garden?
It's that sort of questions that they ask.
And I totally don't mind as long as it's in a respectful way and as long as like.
And it's not over.
Get the newspaper rolled up.
Go on,
But like before OnlyFans, there was the old time where someone would be really inappropriate and I'd just be like, yuck. But now I feel it's almost like they know not to, which is fantastic because I could have probably, I would never. I understand that it's something that can invite that kind of energy.
Of course,
and I understand that's something that I've chosen to do, and that I take responsibility with that. But you should hope that grown-ups should be able to understand when people are multifaceted.
And also a job is a job. Like, you know, it's just, it's that I'm being paid to perform a service, I'm being paid to be a persona, I'm being paid to like, it's not just, I'm still a person behind that thing, so I'm with boundaries, so like,
that's the internet dreamland.
Yeah, exactly, real life, please don't fucking touch me.
Tattoo land,
real life tattoo land is different.
So do you find that there's like a crossover between like work that you do on like OnlyFans and like any sort of like sexual stuff with like your tattooing? Do you find that it's like quite symbiotic or?
Yeah, you know what? I've done some really fun tattoos recently because I feel like it's because now people know that I guess I can be someone that can be trusted with someone's kink or someone's lifestyle, that they'll trust me to make some really, really awesome tattoos. Yeah. And like, always super respectful. Tip very handsomely.
Oh, we love that.
Yeah, and it's just like, that's just great. Like I tattooed a sub and tattooed the sub and his mistress came in.
Lovely.
And like, so sweet. And like all his tattoos were amazing. He just had, what was it? Cum eating slut. That big on his head. And like all his tattoos are done by dominatrixes or like powerful female tattoo artists, and like they had really sick tattoos. And I did it was a cage with a heel on the cock.
On the cock.
Yeah, and I was like, I had a really fun time with them. They were super sweet, like really, really interesting conversation, and super respectful. And even though I was talking about sort of saucy things, and I made sure as well, like, it was in a private room, so like there was no other people getting tattooed, so they weren't like
ogling,
come bucket.
Yeah.
Because like that's another thing with like shops. It's just being so conscious about what other people, like there's other people in the room.
Yeah, and other
like,
clients.
And just to go back to our upbringing in tattooing, we didn't grow up around people who really cared about how un-PC the conversation in the room was. The shops that we come up in, the sort of conversation that was going on sometimes, you'd be like,
day in, day out.
Or you just go in and there'd be just like some hardcore porn playing on some screen, you know, some prolapsed anus porn, like.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, honestly, this is like, it wasn't light-hearted.
And it was just kind of like, another Tuesday. Gotta be,
Must be lunchtime. Yeah. But that's nice. Wow. So you've been able to.
I know. We're like, oh my god, we're so.
What?
We just going back. We just triggered very many memories. Oh my god. But yeah, that happened to me when I got tattooed at a certain shop, which I don't even know if it's open anymore, but it's not owned by the same people, even if it is. But yeah, I remember I got my first tattoo in there. In the downstairs bit, which is kind of like a dungeony kind of area. You know where this is. And I was getting my boob tattooed, so it was like I was half naked anyway, and there was like some weird like trance music playing and like really intense incense burning. Not just like a little incense.
No, but when it's like
bowls of the shit and there's like smoke bellowing out, your eyes are stinging. And I was just like laid there, and while he tattooed me, he was watching. It was on his laptop on the side, propped up so we could both see it, like there. And there was just a girl. And I was a baby as well. I'm like 20. Right? And it's just a girl with this like huge double-ended dildo. I'm talking like one of these like novelty ones. Like it's like that.
32 inches.
The girth on it is just like. And she is just going to town on herself, and it's that's where I learned what rosebud porn was. That's what I learned. What's that? Rosebud porn is like prolapsed anal porn.
It's like
so like
side.
her ass has been run through. And it looked like a rosebud.
Hang on, because riddle me this, right? Yeah. So a prolapsed anus is just your batties falling out of your cheeks. And
it's not falling out, it's like falling out of itself.
Yeah, the muscle kind of
like
gets all mashed up.
Inside out.
Yeah.
So then how do you get it back in? Do you have to...
I don't know.
You have to have surgery or something to like, I don't know, maybe. There must be something you can do.
And people, I don't want to kink shame, but people...
Oh, yeah.
Bash the bishop to that.
Oh, yeah.
choke the old chicken.
He was just watching it on a fucking Wednesday afternoon doing his first appointment.
But when it was tattooing you,
oh,
that's got to be a bit.
Oh yeah, it's very
much, innit?
well back then.
Yeah.
I'm not condoning it. It was very bad.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't make them watch Prolapse anal porn when it's
No, it's
you
not.
have no idea.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You don't know what it's like. You don't know where I've been. Yeah.
But just to talk about that again a little bit, the old, younger and older generations of tattooing, like, and the differences, and sometimes feeling that they don't realize how easy they've got it. But like, especially as women, like some of the women that worked for me, and they've all been amazing, but some of them have been very naive with like actually how
dark things can get.
And the reality of like how it was, and if it wasn't for, not to toot our own horns, but like if it wasn't for people like me and Emily,
got shoveling the shit.
We created.
Yeah, we made
our spaces weren't perfect.
Yeah, but it was but at least people weren't watching prolapsed anus porn.
Yeah, it was a safe space to come to and not feel. But like, I remember I used to work in the shop, and I would go down to the toilet, and one of the artists there would like jump out with a boner and be like wanking.
Swear down.
Yeah.
We know who that is.
Yeah, and it's just like, the thing is, he's notorious for this shit, and we shouldn't laugh because it's fucking bad.
Yeah, but it's just an example of how.
But it's an example of how it was. Like, I was 19, I would go downstairs, he'd be there, all like,
and it's just like,
bust his load when I fucking walked in, and I'd be there thinking, well, I don't fucking like this. It's not my cup of tea, and also like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm here because I want to tattoo and learn to pierce and shit like
Jesus
that.
Christ,
but I can't say anything because he's a tattooist.
Yeah, and I'm looking up to him.
I'm
yeah,
a piercing apprentice.
the hierarchy.
The hierarchy did not work in my favour like that. So it's like,
because you're
what do
causing
you
drama.
do?
You're like,
and I don't make any money. I'm the apprentice. So it's like to riddle this error or this wrong, you're going to get rid of me.
You're not going to get rid of him. Yeah, no one's going to give a shit, and then you're going to get a name for being difficult because you wouldn't let a man toss off while you're in the toilet. But whoever you are, and I'm sure you know who you are, just know that the Lord is watching. I'm not even Christian, but I hope you get smited.
You mighty smiter.
I hope you get fleas and nits.
But that was like it was just like a normal thing to have to endure.
That's so crazy.
I feel like of that time, and I don't know how you feel about it, but I feel like London was particularly, because we've travelled all around the world, right? And we've got lots of friends from here, there, and everywhere, and you know, like the Cali girls and all that. And like, everyone's got crazy stories, but I feel like one thing that rings true of London, it was very chaotic, like when it came to like sex, drugs and rock and roll, if you will, you know? And
whenever people come over, they struggle to keep up.
Like,
but I feel
the artists were ready.
Yeah, but I feel like that's kind of London in general. I feel like it's 100%. Lost that edge to it now. It's not the same as it was.
It's mushy.
Yeah, but I do feel like even, when back in the day when I was partying and stuff, you know, I'm 15 years old and I'm staying up for days on methadone and doing this and doing that. And then when you meet people who weren't of that ilk, it'd be a bit like, you lot have just been doing this since you were like 14. It's like, yeah, babe, get into it, or fuck off, But I feel like London is notorious, well, it used to be back in the good old days, for being like absolute raggo party town, but by the same cards, you did also experience a lot of stuff that was like, actually, man, that wasn't cool.
Unsaintly things.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, stuff that are making her blush.
But it's one of those things, isn't it? I'm not saying it was right, and it should like some of those experiences definitely wish they didn't happen.
Of course,
wish things were different. But what you're gonna do, innit? And like, it's like it made me. I'm saying this is not like what I should think should happen to the new generation, but it did make me
put
tougher.
A bit of air on your chest.
It did make me tougher. It made me it made me scorned.
Yeah.
And a little bit jaded.
Yeah.
But it did make me tough.
But I guess in your cases, both of your cases, it's kind of like, this is what we don't want our environments to be like. And we don't want people.
Much.
Yeah, do you reckon?
Just a bit naughty.
But not like,
just like,
it's easy to, without let me just say it. It's easy to eliminate that when you don't have men working for you.
Period.
And I think, like,
Clock
we
it.
had predominantly all female queer spaces.
Yeah.
So that definitely changed the dynamic from the kind of spaces that we were used to hanging out with before that, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, that definitely helped. But I think that was also a conscious thing, you know, like to not hire, for me it was, to not hire men because I just...
Yeah, unless they're like a Kiko or like a nice soft man.
The only men that have worked for me have been heavily vouched for. I've known them for a long time, you know? Like, it's not like...
And that's the thing. You just want people to just not do weird shit. Like, just don't get your cock out.
Yeah. Which you feel like would be the basics, really. Do you know what I mean? You'd think. Because I think, like, it's... Obviously, I'm not like a man hater. I love men. I've got lots of lovely men in my life.
Yeah. I think I can say safely, all the women on this sofa love men.
Yeah.
Like a little coven of cock goblins.
Yeah.
But I do think that they do bring a certain je ne sais quoi to a space, especially when they feel like they've got a higher standing than you, and especially when there's a few of them and then create a little toxic alliance and they feel like they can just shit on you or make you feel uncomfortable or just like do whatever they want with you.
Yeah, well, the men that I think, not all of the men, because we grew up around some really solid old boys as well.
Yeah,
there was a balance.
Of course,
chaps.
There was some bad eggs.
Yeah.
There were some bad
lovely
eggs.
chaps that know how to behave.
Yeah, there was, but there was also a lot of bad eggs.
Yeah, of course,
you know what I mean? So I
Few
think...
stinkers.
Yeah.
Always going to be some stinkers. We just don't want to be around them.
Yeah, I think that because of that, it was easier for me anyway. I don't know about you, Em, but when I created the space, it was just easier to have women because it was like, don't get me wrong, I would love, and I do love now in Bristol, I work with a mix of both. But also I've known the guys for like decades.
Yeah.
It's really nice to be around like really strong male energy, and I really enjoy it when it's safe.
Yeah.
But when you're just used to, especially in London, you're used to a certain way. It's like, well, okay, when I do mine.
Yeah, you kind of go completely the other way because it's like I'm completely rejecting that.
And don't get it twisted. Like it has its own set of issues.
Oh,
having an all-female
of course.
space,
Yeah, we're
it's
not perfect.
Yeah, I just don't feel like sexually terrified.
People, exactly. Yeah.
To be at work.
Yeah. So, you're like, obviously you do OnlyFans and stuff like that. And I feel like you're obviously quite pro sex work and, you know, sticking up for sex workers' rights.
Absolutely.
And obviously I don't know you too tough. So, you know, we've been doing a little bit of research it says you once tattooed sex work is work, right?
Oh, yes.
And you had a sex worker flash, I believe?
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you feel like it's important, those things are important to like challenge society's narratives around sex work and to like make sex workers feel heard? And do you feel like tattooing's a good vessel for that?
I'd like to think so because, I think it's a great place. Well, you know, it's both where it's like somatic with the body, where you have a job where you touch people.
Yeah.
Ways.
Yeah, and give the bodies a service in a way.
And like
there's that element of vulnerability with both in it, where the customer is like they're usually, you know, stripped down.
Yeah.
Either emotionally, physically, both. It's quite a vulnerable space.
Yeah, I mean, like I've said before, like my friends, that's the industries that they work in, and I'm always trying to champion and support my friends in whatever way I can. Like, I do flash days and stuff. I just think in whatever way, one of my friends has a charity as well. You know, it's just nice to help your mates and support them because, like, it is a bloody job.
Yeah, it is, and it's the oldest job in the world, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oldest job in the world.
Yeah. When my friend Miss Gold, she does one night as well, which I guess is like
I've heard about that.
I've gone off piste a bit, but I guess that's where a lot of us will congregate.
Yeah.
And having right old knees up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Miss Gold's amazing. She's a proper trailblazer for the industry and has a cracking interview. Very, very funny jokes.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get
anecdotes.
Her.
Yeah, you need.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Great.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah, she has some stories.
Yeah.
That's a very good story. Yeah. Yeah, I did that. That sex worker tattoo on. Oh shit! I shouldn't say the name. Sorry. Yeah,
we can bleep it.
Yeah. She's great. She's hilarious and a very naughty girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, like absolutely, worked so hard, and I think from what I remember, she's used the money that she's made and bought a house up north, and then she lets sex workers rent it out so that it's an easier, because from what she was saying, it's really hard to get a job, like a house if you're a sex worker.
Yeah, well, you need a lot of references and.
What do you do for work?
Yeah. This and that. Yeah.
I swear there's a law though where in this country where it's like a loophole where 2 women can legally operate a house as a brothel. It's a loophole, but it's like a safe loophole.
Oh really? Yeah.
Yeah, it was on the news ages ago.
Maybe we should,
check that shit.
Yeah, the Pokes and Jokes brothel.
Yeah. It would be amazing.
Yeah, 3 of us can all be madams.
Yeah.
Madams. So as far as with tattooing and stuff, like, is there anything you won't do as far as autonomy? Like, are you down to tattoo genitals? And if not, like, if people have asked, like, how do you deal with that? Is there any like limits to things?
I did my first arsehole last year.
Yeah.
Which was really fun.
Is it on a guy or a girl?
Girl.
Okay. Yeah.
I think
that's
with
my
me.
Yeah.
I think I wouldn't be opposed to tattooing a cock. I think it would be very pricey though, because that's the thing. I think if the dynamic felt right, and like I knew it was kind of just because it was going to be something cool, like so kind of it's a sick design, and not them just like cranking one out or gooning over it. It would, if they could be a grown up about it, then perhaps. And if their pockets were deep, because I ain't touching that for less than £1,000.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel in the situation.
Yeah,
because I also,
I'm not getting paid enough. I feel like the person that wants to come the person who's asking Emily Malice to tattoo their dick is the person who wants Emily Malice to touch their dick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and it's
like you've got to pay me a lot if you want me to wear you like a watch.
Yeah.
And like it's hard. Like one of my exes had it, and like it sounds really hard. Like this, it's a lot of technical stuff.
Yeah, because it's just like the texture of it and stretching it out. Yeah.
Oh, one of my friends, she's a dominatrix, and she actually has. I was going to do it at one point at this event, but it didn't work out. But she has like this. It sounds like a board, and like nail thing, and like put it in, and it's like, and it keeps it there, and I was like,
and then what? And then you tattoo with that?
Yeah, I think it's meant to be like a
little device.
Unpleasant sexual experience.
Yeah.
So what? It's like a finger trap, but you put your dick in it, and it traps your dick in there, like hold it down.
Yeah, and like I was just like, oh, that'd be great. Yeah, but really like
hospital restraints, but for the dick.
I kind of imagine it like Braveheart when he's getting stretched out, and you've got like a thing like cranking the willy and like.
It'll be trying to shrink back in.
Yeah.
Retreat.
Retreat. I yield.
Now, boy.
So I'm not opposed to it. And like I'm always down to try, because for me I like to push myself artistically as well. Like, and it's just a bit of naughty fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
And as long as people aren't like inappropriate or like, make it sour the experience.
Yeah. Well, it's like we were saying anyway. It's all about respect.
Yeah.
And as long as people are respectful and mature about it,
Respect,
then
consent.
Yeah, because I think if somebody's like, oh, you tattoo my, it's like, because also they're not going to come into the space in a respectful way if they're like that,
because I actually tattooed a guy not too long ago, and like, the bit of area that's before the root of the cock. Like the
mound.
Yeah, the mound.
Yeah. The Sermon on the Mount.
Oh man, because I do all my own emails, because I like to sort of vet what they like.
Yeah.
I feel like I trust my gut, and I'm quite good at like sensing when there's something
some fuckery afoot. Yeah.
So I was like, he seems fine, and I was like, well, if he misbehaves, then snippy, no.
Yeah.
But it was fine. It was great. I did. You got a tattoo by you as well, actually. I did 2 razor blades and something in the middle. You're something in the middle.
What did I do?
He did an alien on his hand.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I think I remember that guy.
It was fine, great. Super respectful, polite chap.
Yeah.
Got his tattoo and left.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
Everyone
fine.
had a
Job's a
great
good
day.
one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because, it's close to the danger zone.
Yeah.
Even doing a lower stomach though is like you have to be. Do you ever do the cock cushion?
Yeah.
Like I'll wrap a little cushion in cling film
And put it to
and I'll just
cover.
lay it on top of them, and then if I do have to lightly rest, because sometimes you forget what this arm is
Yeah,
doing,
yeah,
concentrating so
yeah.
much.
And then you're like, oh.
So,
Yeah.
So if there's that cushion, there's that like the level of separation, that barrier. But yeah, you have to be really careful. I've in the leg sleeves and stuff that I've done over the years, one thing I've realized is that tattooing an inner guy's thigh is pretty intense. Like, because you're like right up
in the business.
and you have to also be like
feel the heat kicking off.
sometimes you have to be like, do you mind like grabbing
Moving your knob to the sides. Yeah.
Am I like grabbing your and just like like stretching out that way so
Yeah.
you
You
get
need
in
to get
there.
those, what is it, like those rubbish grabber things.
Oh, yeah.
Or like when when you get like the
Yeah.
plastic dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Not a T-Rex head. Just sweating ball sack peeling off his leg.
I am going to do that.
When I do leg sleeves, I'll have to map it all out. But then when I start shaving it, I will always end with the inner thigh last session.
Oh, yeah,
because I have more time to get
To get to know them,
I have more time to get to know them.
Yeah.
So when we get to that point, it's like
you respect me as a person. We've got a rapport.
Yeah, we got a rapport. We can break down.
Yeah.
It's not an awkward thing. You know?
Yeah.
You wouldn't ruin this now, would you?
Yeah.
I had one guy who started taking steroids like halfway through getting his tattoo, and he was like, and bless him, he never made me feel uncomfortable, but he was like, came to me and he was like, look, I've started taking steroids, I'm going to be real with you, sometimes I get erratic boners.
Okay, fair warning.
Yeah.
Fair warning.
He was like, if I started to get a boner, what should I do? And he was like, I was just like, just say grace is happening and I'll get up and I will leave.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, because what else are you gonna? What should I do? Well, toss yourself off, innit? Like, it's like obviously I'm gonna leave.
No, he I don't know. He thought of grandma and took some deep breaths and like went outside and smoked a fucking cigarette.
Imagine if it got worse when he thought of grandma.
Granny.
Yeah.
But yeah, these things. This is the one thing about like tattooing as well. It's like you're touching male autonomy. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes they, aren't used to being touched in places you have to touch them.
Yeah. Oh god, no one wants an erratic boner. You like a planned boner.
Have you ever had an erratic boner just pop up during a...
Well, not myself personally. But
What are your clients?
No, you know what? Not to my knowledge. I've had people say really inappropriate shit. But no, not so far. But not that I'm inviting that.
Yeah.
No, I've just mostly had people say like this weird groaning.
Oh.
I was like,
That's almost worse than saying
Yeah.
something. Like, just creepy groaning.
No, Emily, you're hurting me.
Oh. That really...
Yeah. Switching them on.
That gave me the fucking heebie-jeebies. Oh, Emily, you're hurting me. Fucking...
Yeah, and I'm just like, you know what? You're getting it now.
Yeah.
Heavy hands coming out.
Yeah, you're getting it now.
That blowout is your fault.
Yeah. And so's the infection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The woman that taught me how to body pierce, she was showing me like male genital piercings at one point in my apprenticeship, and I remember this one guy came in and he got an ampelang, which is like straight through the head. It's pretty intense. But he had the biggest boner, this big old stonking thing.
Absolute weapon.
Yeah. But through the piercing.
He was erect.
Yeah,
Did he need to be, or is it-
He's like just brought one from home. Yeah.
Every time you're like getting the tweezers trying to get that thing to come out so you can get to where you need to use it. But no, like I just remember he had the biggest boner and she shoved this needle through and she wore like the black latex gloves and he jizzed all over her hand.
Ah. Reggie.
That's exactly how I reacted, Reggie. But yeah, it was too much.
That's crazy. Wait, so he bust. I love how you just shook her hand. So pleasure to meet you. Yeah.
He bust a nut.
He bust her nut after she.
Yeah, like literally, she did the piercing, and he was like, ugh. And I'm like there assisting, like little baby Grace, like I just love body modification.
But people do, because we were talking about this, weren't we? Because people do get off on pain, and because, like,
well, that's ultimately why I stopped doing male genital piercings. I learned how to do it all. And also I was working in Soho, so you can only imagine. I was working in Soho. I just learned how to pierce. I was doing male genital piercings, and then I noticed that a few of these older gentlemen that would come and get their dicks pierced just kept coming back.
Yeah.
Oh, it fell out again. No, Robert. It hasn't fallen out.
Can you put it back on with your mouth?
I don't know who. Like I did a handful of all of the male genital piercings. And I was just like, these creepy old men. Like I'd rather just not get paid. Yeah. Because I don't feel like I'm getting financially rewarded.
Enough. Yeah, because if you were paying a pretty penny for that.
Not for £70.
Yeah. If you were paying like good money, then even then I don't know if I'm comfortable with you busting on my hand, but
I don't know how I deal with that situation.
I feel like I'd punch you in your face.
Well,
I would punch it. I just feel like, you little shit.
Or I'd make you eat it. Fucking ram it in your mouth. Yeah.
My mentor, she's fucking badass, and she's Polish as well. She's
she's about it.
Men like that for breakfast.
Yeah.
You know, and I just remember her looking at me and being like, "Do you want to go?" And I was like,
"Yes, please,
I was like,
Mommy, I'm scared."
Yeah. She cleaned him up, sent him on his way.
Oof. Snapshots.
So cute.
So
that's the East London Stripper Collective. How could I forget?
East London
Stripper Collective. Yeah. I follow them on Instagram actually. Yeah.
Shout out to the East London
Stripper Collective. Boo, 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 boo. Right. So to round it off, how do you see your art and kink work and OnlyFans and stuff evolving over the next decade? Like, what are your hopes and your dreams and your aims and stuff, if you have any?
I'm gonna be a millionaire tart.
Yeah.
I know. I see. I'm really excited because I'm actually going to be trying a new studio soon.
Awesome.
Only Here For You, which is where.
Nice. Yeah, so, big up Only Here For You. Yeah.
Incredible artist that I'm so excited
and
to
that just shows how London is just one big tattoo family.
Yeah.
We've all been churning out and being like, we've all worked with each other at some point in time. It always comes back round.
Yeah.
So nice.
I want to keep learning, keep progressing. I just think you've always got to keep moving and never stay still.
No.
Yeah.
Don't let the thoughts catch up.
I've been working on my merch because, like, you know, when you tattoo, you can only tattoo like so many hours in a day, and I have to do it, I have to be there, and I want to make something that I can that sort of like make money while you sleep, really. And,
passive income.
I just plan on doing absolutely insanely things till I have my house by the sea with a dog.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what else? Yeah, I've really missed like traveling and guesting and like just being around and like just enjoying the freedom that tattooing brings. And I had a little break from moving around, but now I'm like
ready to get. You got to eat the
We
each.
do some guest spots together.
Yeah,
like the old days.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's like cute.
LA.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the three of us in LA.
Oh, we need to. Petite Hermitage ain't gonna know what hit it. Yeah.
Oh,
that place could talk.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. That's for a whole other podcast. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Go to the group.
Group hug. Go on then.
Yeah.